And as we look at today's topic is the power of pause. Repeat after me. Type it in the chat. The power of pause. It is so important that we are able to tap into the power of pause. And here's the thing. We have to be radical about our rest. We got to be radical about our rest. And rest, understanding that rest is not weakness. Listen, rest is not weakness. Here's what rest is. Wisdom. Type that in the chat. Rest is wisdom. And there's a thing going on in the social media space. People are telling people to grind. Yeah. But here is a back end that they're not telling you. Grinding leads to burnout. Is that wisdom to just grind? It's important that we understand that rest does not mean you are lazy. Here's the thing. Here is what rest really means. Rest means that you value your energy, you value your peace, and you value your life. Type it in there. What do you value? Rest means that you value your energy in life. That grinding that they're talking about is saying to hustle. They're saying that hustle equal your worth. And I want to put a pin in that balloon today and let the air out so that you will know that rest is important and you got to be radical about it. Grinding will lead you to burnout. I'm teaching today. The importance of rest is to refuel your mind. Rest equals the refueling of your mind. It's important because when you rest, here's what you get. You get more calm, you get clarity, you get unstuck. And the reality is that I want you to remember that rest reconnects you to you. Rest reconnects you to you. Funny story. Yesterday I was having a moment and there was just so much noise. And even where I live, there was noise coming from the outside. I literally left my phone outside and went in my closet. I took 2 cushions from the couch and I took them in the closet and I sat in stillness. I sat in quiet. I needed to be one with my thoughts. And that's what the power of pause will give you. I was able to think through a situation. I was able to connect with my thoughts and with my breath. Rest resets your body. If you lack rest, you become stressed, you become stuck, and you become overwhelmed. If you want to run away from stuckness, yes, that's a word, stuckness. I just made that up. You've got to make intentional time for rest. You got to put rest on your calendar. So here are 3 quick ways to make sure you are intentional about pausing. Pausing must be in your calendar because it's going to remind you to do it. Number 1, schedule stillness. Here's what it can look like. 10 to 15 minutes, no phone, no noise, just you and your breath, just you and your thoughts. Tap into the power of pause. Here's the other thing. Even the very car that you drive has pause. Because if you want to get from point A to point B safely, you cannot just floor the accelerator. You cannot just hit the accelerator and just go at 90 miles an hour. You've got to tap into the brakes. And when you tap into the brakes and you go and you pause and you press and you pause and you have this rhythm, more than likely, you will get to your destination safely. But if you stay on pause, you get nowhere. And if you go on the accelerator all the way, you may never get there. So you do need them both. How many of you have had trouble with your laptop or with your cell phone? and it's just not giving you what you need. The call is not going through. The text is not going through. And then you have a light bulb moment. Aha! I need to power down. I need to turn it off. I need to give my electronics a few minutes to catch its breath, if that's a possibility. I need to give it a few minutes just to gather everything that maybe you need an update. Maybe something is going on and you need to power down. And once you put that phone back on, once you put that laptop back on, it works like new, like nothing happened. So remember, to be intentional, put stillness on your calendar. That's number one. Number two, make sure you are pivoting to protect your peace. That's the power of pause. It protects your peace. And that's you saying no without guilt. No to that phone call. No to that event. No to that annoying friend that always want to hear from you and they take, and they don't give. And they're always calling at the wrong time. Or saying no to something that you know is not going to add value to you. Right? It's important. And the third thing, make rest a ritual. Coach, what do you mean by that? Here's the thing. I have my moments. I will put the candles on, y'all. I will take my journal out and I will write. Make a ritual. Make it fun. Make it exciting. Make your pause powerful, because your pause is to refuel your mind and help you to get centered with your breath. I thank you all so much for showing up today, and I would love to know, what are you taking away? What are you hearing? And share with me, what's one thing you can do today to enhance your pause? To make sure that your pause is meaningful, to make sure that your pause is giving you power, to make sure that your pause is refueling you. It is so important that we get away from the myth of grind, and then we get burnout. Or we get away from the place thinking that if we don't grind, if we don't floor it, we're lazy. Your mind is important. Your health is important. So make sure you find the power in your pause. And as I wrap up today, I just want to kind of circle back and just to make sure that I recap everything. We've got to make sure rest. We have a rhythm of rest. We've got to make sure that that rhythm is saying that we live well. We value who we are. We value self-love. We love ourselves enough to take time out to pause. We love ourselves enough to resist burnout. It's so important that you are intentional about your well-being. The power of the mind rests. Rest is needed so that your mind can power up or power down when you sleep, when you go to bed at night, when you turn off everything and you zone out. Type in the chat and let me know what's coming up for you. What are you learning? Was this helpful? Give me some feedback. And next week, we're going to look at celebrating the light within you. I love the fact that we can pause here to tap into things that we're either doing already, things that we need to do, or things that we may need to pivot from, realizing that no, we can say no without feeling guilty. And that's part of your pause, and that's part of your rest. The power of pause relies in you. I am your coach. I am your sister, and I thank you all for gathering here on a weekly basis. Share this with someone. Reach out to someone. Send them a text, especially that someone that you know that needs permission to rest, that needs permission to pause, and remind them of what you heard here today. The power of pause is to refuel the mind, and hustle does not mean, you're worthy. Your worth is bigger than that. You don't need to grind, because grinding will take you to places where you don't want to go. Have a great day, and may God bless you. I'll reach you back here next week, same time, same place. Thank you, Marla. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Dr. Renee, for connecting with me. We'll talk soon.